hopefully in the next scary 5 minutes, I'm here to get you to think about how to get the data prepared to speak to the next generation and get many other people engaged with what you do with ocean observing. As the pioneers in ocean observing, you're, say, in maybe Pittsburgh using the Westward expansion model, and we have many other people behind you that want to use the infrastructure that you're setting up today. Our early adopters are, say, maybe like in the Harrisburg area. They're very excited to use the setups that you're using to come and settle the area, and they can be the next people to help that next generation move even further westward. But we know at some point there are people in Plymouth that are just never going to come with us. But at the same time, as we're pushing westward, we want to make the data available to get them excited to think about what's going on west. Bring them along with us, maybe not physically, but virtually, and get them excited about what's going on inside the ocean. But often when they come to our websites, they see this and think this and go away, want to stay under the rock in Plymouth and not come out and visit us and see what we're doing. So the onus is upon us to really bring this data forward and get the next generation excited. This is a very familiar image to most of us in this room, but what if you're colorblind? It's a bit problematic. So it's really important that we start looking at this information with learning scientists, computer scientists, and members of the general public to see how we can layer that data. The Oceans of Data project is working on some of this information, doing research into doing a literature search into existing papers that are out there, pulling this information together, figuring out how we can apply lessons learned from other areas of research into what we can do for IUs and OOI to get this information out to more audiences in very exciting ways. So we not only want to improve our visualizations, but we also want to improve our storytelling. Storytelling brings along the next generation. No one marches on Washington over a pie chart. They just don't. They march on good stories. So it's important for us to share this information in good storytelling fashion. These are some common good facets of storytelling, and people are hardwired to listen to a good story. So it's a really nice way to excite this new audience into the system. The first one you probably want to think about are the students in your own labs. They're the workforce of the future. They're the new pioneers. We want to get them engaged, stay in school to become the next pioneers. The next group you might want to think about are citizen scientists. We've heard a little bit about them so far today. These people might not be, they're your early adopters. They might not have the skill set to be a pioneer, but they can bring the legions with them to get excited about your data. Use it, be the armies of processors that you need. You may have seen some famous citizen science projects called Galaxy Zoo SETI, right? They're out there, they're processing data for you at home. Armies of graduate students, if you will, if they're well trained. So this is a very exciting population you can think about. Lifelong learners. You do it every day. You may not have heard of that term now. Learning scientists are thinking about the way people learn. Not only just in formal education, but in informal education. And this sea of blue that we like to call is how people learn in the informal setting. That's the majority of way people tend to learn. This is very exciting for those of you who produce real-time data on the website that people can come to all day long if they want to learn about the information that you're producing. You potentially have millions of users and excited people about the information that you're producing every day. This is great stuff, right? You need to be excited about how we can use this information. So some general data tips, what we need to do to make our data more accessible. The important one is the 3-second rule. People come to a website, can't find what they need in 3 seconds, they're out of there. Then we also want to make sure that we're offering textbook examples, leading them through the process to understand some of the data that's up there, and at the very least, make it worth being on the web. Make people want to come to see what you have to offer. And the last part of this is just a general summary. You are the pioneers. We're relying on you to create the infrastructure that we can come along, see your stories. You can tell us about all the great things that are going on in that ocean and share with us. Share with us in engaging fashion what's going on in your labs, what's going on with your satellites and buoys and all these great sensors. We have so many lessons to learn about the ocean, about the way people learn, and how we can share this great information with the next generation.
Good job. Good job.